Mr. Sidney Frank, Consul General, General Consul of Canada. Mr. Frank has devoted a significant portion of his career to India, where he lived for a total of 7 years. Prior to his current posting in Bengaluru, he served in New Delhi as Counselor Immigration and Minister Immigration and South Asia Area Director for Immigration. May I request Mr. Sidney Frank to say a few words.
Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Cabinet Ministers of the Government of Telangana, distinguished members of the podium, distinguished industry leaders and guests on the podium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored to be here today to speak to you on this very auspicious occasion. I would like to begin by congratulating Telangana on its first anniversary, a year of many accomplishments. Canada and India have had long-standing bilateral relations built on shared traditions of democracy and pluralism. We have approximately 1.2 million persons of Indian origin in Canada. This is one of the largest Indian diasporas in the world, and they have maintained strong personal relations with their country of origin. Bilateral merchandise trade between Canada and India was valued at $6.3 billion in 2014, and bilateral service trade at over $1.5 billion in 2013. With strong economic growth predicted for India in 2015, India represents exciting opportunities for Canadian businesses. It is a priority market for Canada under our Global Markets Action Plan. I would like to say that these are very exciting times in Canada and India relations. In April of this year, Prime Minister Modi conducted a highly productive 2-day visit to Canada, which included stops in 3 cities, Ottawa, Toronto, and Vancouver. That was the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister since 1973. It was long overdue. During the visit, the Prime Ministers agreed to evaluate their bilateral relations to a strategic partnership, and they further broadened the scope of this through a number of important initiatives. I'd like to provide you with an overview of those initiatives. The Prime Ministers saw the completion of Memoranda of Understanding in a range of areas including civil aviation, rail regulation, education, skills development, and space cooperation. The leaders agreed to take concrete measures to expand bilateral cooperations in key areas including the economy, trade, investment, civil nuclear cooperation, energy, education and skills development, agriculture, defense, science and technology, innovation, culture, people-to-people ties, and cooperation on regional and global issues. The Prime Minister spoke specifically about the initiatives launched by Prime Minister Modi, Make in India, affordable housing for all by 2022, and smart cities. They agreed that these areas offered significant collaborative commercial opportunities for Indian and Canadian businesses and industry. They also noted that India is one of Canada's key priority markets. The Prime Ministers expressed support for bilateral partnerships for urban transformation and smart city development, which would leverage Canadian expertise in a number of relevant fields, including public-private partnerships, intelligent transportation systems, civil engineering and urban planning, water and wastewater management, precast and wood construction, energy technology, and efficiency and affordable housing. Underscoring the considerable potential for mutually beneficial civil nuclear cooperation, the leaders welcomed the signing of an agreement between the Department of Atomic Energy of the India and Cameco of Canada for the long-term supply of uranium to India to meet its energy needs. The Prime Ministers identified significant opportunities available to expand bilateral trade and investment in energy and resources, as well as related technologies and services. They agreed to further collaboration in areas such as energy efficiency and innovation, oil and gas development, exchange of regulatory best practices, renewable energy, and nuclear energy. The Prime Ministers also identified education as one of the key areas of priority for bilateral engagement. They noted that socioeconomic opportunities inherent in India's ambitious goals of skills development provided opportunities for Canada. In this regard, they welcomed 13 NOUs between the National Skill Development Council of India and 13 Canadian colleges, institutes, and sector skills councils in the field of agricultural, apparel and textile, automotive, aviation, construction, green economy, healthcare, hydrocarbons, IT, and telecom. The Prime Ministers reaffirmed the importance of intensifying and facilitating bilateral collaboration in the area of agriculture and agri-food, including continued collaboration in fertilizers, as well as in the fields of cold chain management, animal development, dry land farming, food processing technologies, and agricultural sustainability. On the margins of the visit, several commercial agreements between Canadian and Indian companies were announced. With a combined value of over $1.6 billion, these arrangements will benefit a range of sectors, including aerospace and defense, education, energy, mining, infrastructure, sustainable technologies, and information and communication technologies. They further demonstrate the significant growth taking place in the Canada-India bilateral commercial relationship. Approximately 1 year ago, Canada opened a consulate general in South India. The office was fully staffed in December of last year when I arrived to take up the position of the first consul general. With a staff of over 40 people, including 9 Canadians, we're committed to expanding our relations with South Indian states such as Telangana. I'm hoping that the examples that I gave to you in terms of collaboration between Canada and India show that Canada has expertise that could be of great value to Telangana in its development. In fact, we currently have a Canadian company that is directly involved in developing a transportation plan for the city of Hyderabad, Lee Associates. Lee Associates has a long-term relationship with India, having established offices here for many years, and I'm certain their engineering services will be of great assistance to Hyderabad in solving its transportation problems. We also have great expertise in solar power, and I think there is great potential for cooperation in that area. We appreciate the new policies that have been introduced today, and we're certain that they will make it much easier for Canadian companies to set operations up in the state. In recognition of the potential for further collaboration, the Premier of Ontario, Canada's largest and most industrialized province, recently announced that she will be visiting Hyderabad in early 2016. She'll be bringing with her a delegation of more than 80 representatives, including the leaders of important Canadian businesses. Hyderabad is the only city in South India that she will visit, and I think that attests to the importance Canada places on the region. I would like to conclude by once again congratulating the Chief Minister on the first anniversary of Telangana, and also for the release of this new industrial policy. Thank you very much.